Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Angel and today I'll be sharing some more fun and simple DIYs. Before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. For this first little project, I'm going to show you how to make a cute little decor piece using 2 of Dollar Tree's vases, and then just pick up any of their fall leaves that they have out right now and 2 of their LED candles. Then all you'll have to do is just remove the little stems from the leaves, and you're going to add these to your vase with those LED candles, and you just put these all around the candles, and this is not permanent, so you can actually switch it out each season or holiday. And to elevate the look even more, you can add a Dollar Tree candle holder to the bottom of one of your vases. For this next project, I grabbed 2 of Dollar Tree's styrofoam pumpkins, and I ended up giving it about 3 coats of my white chalk paint. Now, if you can find the white ones, then you can definitely get away with just 1 coat, but unfortunately, I was only able to find the orange ones. Once those had a chance to dry, I am going to be using some of these new fall rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree, and for the first pumpkin, I am going to add on one of the little rub-ons in the center and then add just a few of the leaves around that. Now, it does just take a bit of pressure to get these rub-on transfers to transfer onto the pumpkin, so you want to make sure that you are giving this a good rub or scratch with your fingernail or anything that you have to work with. Then to finish this pumpkin off, I'm going to go ahead and glue on a stem with one of the little wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just going to add in some Dollar Tree leaves to the top of that. Then I'm just going to start working on the second pumpkin by taking a skewer stick and poking some little holes all around in it. Now I am making this kind of like swirly design on mine all the way around. You can definitely just pick any design you want to do, and you just continue to poke the holes through there. Then I'm just going to flip this pumpkin over and cut a small hole in the bottom where I can add in some lights. I'm just going to be using some of these LED lights from Dollar Tree that I picked up last year, and I'm just going to put these all in the bottom, and then I will put the little battery pack up in there too. Then I'm going to flip this back over and just hot glue the other pumpkin to the top. For this next project, you'll just need a floral wreath form. This is just one that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and you're also going to need wood beads. These are just wood beads that I had left over from my last video from the Dollar Tree garland that I had picked up. Then I'm also going to be using my stamp set. I got this on Amazon, and it is linked below if you are interested. You could also just hand write these letters onto the beads, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp autumn onto these beads. And of course, as always, if you don't want to stamp autumn or write autumn, you could pick your own word for this project. Now, while I set that aside so that the ink could dry, I'm going to go ahead and tie some twine to my wreath form, and I'm just going to go ahead and start wrapping that around the center of the wreath form. And you can see I am using some hot glue to help hold this really tight. And you're just going to continue wrapping that twine and putting some hot glue in the center until you feel like this is full enough. And then at the end, you're just going to go ahead and add those wood beads to spell out your words, but make sure that your twine is sitting in the center. Then you're going to pull that last piece of twine really tight and hot glue it to the back side. And finally, I'm just adding in some Dollar Tree florals into that twine to finish this off. This next project is going to be using Dollar Tree's tumbling tower blocks, and I know what you're thinking, these are sometimes pretty cheesy, but this one is actually super cute and I love the way it turned out. So I will be using about a full box, and I'm just going to line these up and shape these into square pumpkins. For the first one, I am doing a rectangular pumpkin, and I'm gonna go ahead and use some Dollar Tree wood glue to glue these pieces together. And once you have that first one done, you're gonna go ahead and duplicate that to make a second one exactly the same size. Then you're just going to stack those and wood glue those together. For my second one, I just did the exact same thing, but this one is going to be more vertical, so I made it a bit taller and skinnier. Then I just mixed up some Dollar Tree spackle with a tiny bit of water to make a paste, and I'm going to fill in all the cracks in those Jenga blocks. Once you have the paste spread all over the top of the pumpkins, you're going to go ahead and scrape off as much of the excess as you can and go ahead and fill in those sides as well. And once those dry, you can go ahead and sand those down. After I sanded them, I went ahead and gave them a base coat of this rusty orange color, and then I'm just going to be taking this regular white glue and brushing a coat over top of the front of them. Now we're going to be doing a crackle effect on these pumpkins, so the thicker you do the glue, the bigger the cracks it will make. And you can see I did kind of a thin coat on one and then tried a thicker coat on the other one. And once these dried for just a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and apply one coat of my white chalk paint. Now after you add the chalk paint, you can let these air dry and it will still have the same crackle effect, but I just took my hair dryer to both of these to speed up the process. And this is what they look like once they had dried. You can see this beautiful crackle effect on there. Decorate my first pumpkin, I'm going to be using some of these window clings from Dollar Tree. I just used some Mod Podge to apply this to the front of it. For my second pumpkin, I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree stencil that had a maple leaf on it, and I'm going to be using that same rusty orange color that I did the base coat in. To finish these pumpkins off, I'm just adding in the little wood pieces from Dollar Tree as the stems. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.